Hashtag we own the Lions. Hashtag we own the Lions. Hashtag we own the Lions. I mean, what exactly does that mean? What is exactly that even worth? But, nonetheless, that's exactly the type of revenge and karma that the Lions and their fans get. A couple of years ago, running their mouths, talking trash, saying, we own the Bears. Well, then what you did, you said 9-7 wasn't good enough. You sent Jim Caldwell packing, bring in yet another withering, wiltering branch of the Belichick coaching tree and Matt Patricia, Mr. Touchy-Feely himself. And now you wish you could get to 9-7 because after today, you are, again, officially eliminated from the playoffs. Hashtag, we own the Lions. Sweep them again. Feels good. Hashtag, we own the Lions. Even though, again, realistically, we are talking about the Lions. What in the hell does that even mean? What value or worth does that really even have? The answer is not much at all, frankly. And both Bears fans and Lions fans really know that. But that said, it most certainly did not come easy today. It most certainly was not a foregone conclusion that the Bears were going to win this game. It most certainly was not in the bag by any stretch of the imagination. And for crying out loud, ultimately, the Bears had to clench their sphincter holes clear shot and hold on for dear life just to be able to escape Ford Field with a 24-20 victory over the Lions on Thanksgiving Day. They almost got blowed over and blowed through by the undrafted rookie quarterback from Purdue, David Blau. How does this happen? Because Chicago and reasons, that's why. I mean, he wasn't perfect in this game, but for a guy that was undrafted, limited amount of preparation on a short week to come out, first play of the game, Principal Kamura says, I ain't covering you, Kenny Golladay. 75-yard touchdown. Then a little bit later, Prince is like, oh, this is man coverage. Nah, I'm going to play zone. Switch, it's on them. Bam, Marvin Jones touchdown. A quarterback that could actually see the field a little bit. A quarterback that had the confidence to be able to move on his feet. The quarterback that had the confidence to actually sit there and pick up some yards with his damn legs. Must be nice. And for the Lions, this was their third-string quarterback doing this crap. Thankfully, for the Bears, the Lions gonna Lions. Their defense sucks, and Matt Patricia is a joke. Because otherwise, for all intents and purposes, the Bears would have lost this game, and then officially, for god dang sure, this season would have been over once and for all. But that didn't happen. The Bears found a way. And I can't believe what I'm going to say next, because it is such a rare occurrence. But it's true. The Bears' offense bailed out the defense. Mitchell Trubisky and crew saved the day. Because here is the Bears' allegedly elite defense at times getting absolutely shredded by an undrafted rookie from freaking Purdue in his first start coming off of a short week of preparation. The lack of discipline by this team and all the ridiculous penalties that got called on them at back-breaking, crunching times. And yet, as bad as Trubisky has been this year, as bad as the play calling has been this year, lo and behold, here they come, and they make things happen when it matters. It's Trubisky's first 300-plus yard passing game of the season. So we're going to forget about the really bad pick when he was trying to throw the crossing route to Allen Robinson and it got picked off. We're going to forget about the fact that on 3rd and 4, as he's running clearly towards a first down, he decides to head towards the sidelines like a damn coward because he doesn't want to get hit. We're going to forget that stuff. And instead, we're going to take a look at the great touchdown pass to Jesper Horsted. A measurement, again, of the incompetence of Matt Nagy as a play caller, a decision maker, a head coach. Look at the catch that Horsted made. And tell me why the hell he wasn't on this active roster most of the damn season. Why? Why? You can't tell me. That's why. Unbelievable. What a great catch. What a great catch. And then as you get later in the game, every once in a while, Trubisky shows just a little bit of the clutch gene. Almost kind of like Reggie Miller in a way, in the sense of, for 3.5 quarters, he absolutely sucks. And then all of a sudden he makes a couple of big plays, a couple of impressive, nice plays, and you say, oh my God, this guy's great. He's not. Now, Miller actually was really good. He was great. But you get the comparison that I'm making. Miller would go like 1 for 14 from the field in the first 3 quarters. Then he hit 4 threes in the fourth, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, this guy's clutch. Well, maybe if he'd played better in the first 3 quarters, you wouldn't have needed to do the heroics in the fourth. But lo and behold, here's Trubisky. And here's wide receiver 1, Anthony Miller, playing like wide receiver 1. How nice and refreshing this was to see. Some of these young skill players for the Bears coming up and having nice days. Anthony Miller, career best, 9 catches, 140 yards. It's amazing, the guy that can get open if the quarterback even flashes a little bit of semblance of confidence and competence. Anthony Miller could do some nice things. And Allen Robinson, bless his heart, having a really good season. Imagine how much better it could be if he actually had consistently competent quarterback play. He had another good game. Here's Javon Wims getting some opportunities, 5 catches, 50-plus yards. You sure as hell would like to see Juice get more run the rest of the season. The hell with Taylor Gabriel. Put him on IR. You're going to cut him as a cap casualty at the end of the year any damn ways. But you got into this game, and you're like, man, the Bears should be able to beat the Lions. But they'll find a way to make it way too close, and that's exactly what the hell they did. And this time, it's the Bears' offense that helps them come back from a 10-point deficit in the second half, and the Bears' defense that tries to screw the pooch. You could argue perhaps the single biggest play of the entire game was in the fourth quarter when Kyle Fuller made that 3rd down tackle in the open field inside of the 10-yard line on J.D. McKissic. Because if McKissic is able to get past Fuller, it's a touchdown, and it's potentially a whole different ballgame. But instead, he doesn't. Fuller makes a spectacular open field tackle. And my God, wouldn't you know? Trubisky to Anthony Miller. Touchdown pass to David Montgomery, and all of a sudden the Bears are leading. You just worried that they gave too much time to David Blau and the Lions offense. Thankfully, the defense finally came up with something. You know, Roquan earlier on that final drive with a really stupid, unnecessary roughness penalty for the late hit out of bounds. Again, just the embodiment of the lack of discipline for this team, speaking to the fact that maybe this team is starting to realize that Chuck Pagano is their defensive coordinator. He used to have really undisciplined teams in Indianapolis, and now he's got an undisciplined defensive unit in Chicago. Just mind-numbingly bad, dumb, stupid things like earlier in the game, Clinton Dix lining up offside when he's on the line of scrimmage. The hell are you doing? But the play that really cinched the game for the Bears ultimately was that 3rd down pressure that Roquan got up the middle, got to Blau, sacked him. At that point in time, it's 4th and 20+, and you're like, it's over. Blau tries to make a desperation throw. Eddie Jackson appearance! Oh my God! Picks it off, and the Bears win. The game was interesting. I will at least say this. It was a fun game to watch. Kind of one of those up and down roller coaster type of games that is exactly what the hell you would expect out of the Chicago Bears this year. But lo and behold, what do you know? Here are the Bears at 6-6. And yeah, I've been slowly teasing it the past week or two, but this season is not over yet. They got 4 games left. And there's a chance that they could still backdoor their asses into the playoffs as a 6th seed. Realistically, it's going to require them to win out, which is no easy task in this last 4-game stretch in December. But we just saw the Cowboys get run over by the Bills in their Thanksgiving game, and the Cowboys are 6-6, and they're coming into Soldier Field. So let's assume for a second the Bears can beat the Cowboys. Now they're 7-6. Then you go to Green Bay, you host Kansas City, go to Minnesota in Week 17. Let's say all of a sudden you decide, hey, we hate the Packers, and you get a little bit of revenge. Let's give the Bears the benefit of the doubt for just a second. They go to Lambeau and they beat the Packers. Now they're sitting at 8-6. Now you get to Week 16, Sunday night game. It's Mahomes in Soldier Field. You got all the storylines and subplots of the Bears didn't draft Mahomes because they're morons. And da-da-da-da-da. But then you remember that while they've got Mahomes, the Chiefs' defense is also boo-boo, and that team is not quite the same as it was last year. They can win that game. And I'm sorry, if the Bears all of a sudden, after being 4-6, going to Week 17 at 9-6, winners of 5 in a row, even going into Minnesota to face a Vikings team with potentially a playoff spot on the line, deja vu all over again. I like the Bears' chances. Now, granted, that's reaching for straws, perhaps. But it could still happen. And maybe, just maybe, if you're a Bears fan, you feel a little bit emboldened by today. And you say, man, Trubisky had his first 300-yard game of the season. He's starting to figure it out. He's putting it together enough. Let's get these young skill players more opportunities. The offensive line was better. And ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Except when you realize they were playing the Lions, whose defense stinks. You can't play the Lions 16 games of the season if you're Trubisky. You also can't forget the fact that the Bears defense played a lot like crap today against an undrafted rookie quarterback on a short week of preparation. So let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's not count the chickens before they're hatched here. Bears have a chance. They absolutely have a chance. How realistic is it? And at this point in time, even if they did make the playoffs, is that really the best thing for the Bears organization long term? Because then all of a sudden they're going to believe in Trubisky, which is something that absolutely you have no reason to do at this point. They're going to sit there and justify keeping Nagy, which again is something that should not even be considered at this point. You've seen enough out of Nagy as a head coach this year. The defense isn't quite the same, so it's exposing his sorry ass as a play caller and a head coach, a disciplinarian, and all of that. All of that. Piss poor clock management. Fucking guys being unprepared for substitutions. Wasn't it on the first touchdown pass by Blau to Galladay? Didn't the Bears only have 10 people on the defense, on the field? But if you need to believe this in this last month that the Bears have a shot at getting into the playoffs, then do you. Do whatever helps you get through the day, damn it. Because I guess in theory, indeed, it can potentially happen.